icicles and plasmas, welcome to another video. Now, this is the first video that actually has audio, not loving it. Now, it's almost fall, and I was feeling kind of iffy about this season. You know back when you were a kid and you listened to Ghostbusters or Michael Jackson, just waiting for the Halloween to show up? Or you were a risk taker and you watched 1,000 Ways to Die and thought it was real? Well, for me growing up, I wondered how the duration of my fall was going to be like before it even got to that point of worrying about Halloween. Don't get me wrong, love Halloween, that's my cosplay day. Sadly, I have school on that day, so I'll have to get candy, eat it, sleep, wake up, and go back to school again because time. Anyways, I'm not going to go into depth with school. I'm talking about fall as a whole. Let's get started about how I feel about the fall. So you know they do this for every holiday season. Every single food item and decoration in the front of the store would look specific to the themes of the seasons coming up. In this case, it's fall. This means orange, black, purple, green, white, and red decor littering the store. Maybe even leaves here and there. Maybe a few bats and skeletons, witches brewing bottles. Stores that don't do that are very rare because I've never seen a store not actually decorate for a holiday season. Some of these stores remember decorating for back to school stuff, calling it a holiday. Most of these foods you see, let it be Twinkies, Oreos, and maybe even Kit Kats, will change their products to fit the theme as well. Some will go as far out of their way to add Halloween-based slogans to the wrappers of their products instead of pictures. Or do what this doo-doo-dumb store did and put only grape, green, black, and orange jawbreakers inside the candy machines. This is a self-problem of mine, and a very big pet peeve. I got a question. Why you gotta do that? When I say that, I mean, why you gotta clout fall with Halloween? Two different things! Like the moment fall swings in, insta Halloween decor. As if September isn't in the way of stopping you from decorating for that. We got Labor Day, and my neighbors are already Halloween ready. That's some bull. Then they take it out of their way to start early with the candy on the shelves and Halloween sales and costumes. But they don't really care to remember that there's something before and after October that no one sees. I get that. The early bird gets the worm, but excessively early means just not ready. See, me personally, I never really liked this. I get that it's my personal opinion, but if I were to decorate my house for Valentine's Day, and it's dang near Hanukkah, I would just have to count how many people would backhand the stupid out of me, not only for skipping New Year's, but Christmas. Thank you for reminding me that I have a holiday to think about when I already knew. Just wanted to be early. I'm not only vexed about this because I had to eat a Halloween Oreo today, it's August! Dad said he was too lazy to go to the back and get regular ones, where the real food was. That's what I don't get. I know holidays are awesome, but you're gonna disrespect the original food and put it in the back? Holiday food be like, make way witches, get to the back, I've a ride. Sure, throw all the stuff back that don't match the season's theme. Like I know you just trying to add some pizzazz, just throwing that out there. How you gonna dunk on September and my Oreo? The food items in stores would either be similar to Halloween or just fall items. But let's talk about some of the home cooking instead. Now see, the homemade food. Oh, the food. Now see, the food would either be anything nearest to the big meat item to the most sugar-inducing candy, or caramel apples, apple pie if you want to get technical. There would be some hammering food for fall. You got turkey, ham, baked macaroni, but there is the one thing that chaps my arse. Anyone a fan of pumpkin pie, raise your hand. Yeah, I freaking hate it. Put that on the table and be scrapping. Anything pumpkin to me has no flavor. At cafes, pumpkin spice latte. In stores, pumpkin bread, pumpkin lasagna, pumpkin dump cake. I didn't even know there was such thing as pumpkin lasagna. Anything pumpkin spice has never been a fan of my palate. But I will tear up a sweet potato pie if you gave it to me. Mom used to make the slammin' pies, yo. And no, I won't make an exception for walnut pie. I'm allergic. See, growing up, I always thought that things on TV were 100% true and real because a genius made them. So saying that, the only thing that I remember watching growing up through the fall was 1, horror, 2, horror, 3, horror. That was all that played on TV all the time. In libraries at my middle and elementary school where there would be new Goosebumps books that I would have to choose to write about because it fits fall's theme. Had no choice. Constant horror, cliche monster themed movies, toys, books, and shows were my fall childhood. Halloween themed materials are so expected when rolling into fall. It's like as if they shouldn't do that anymore. When it came to movies I'd watch, these would drastically affect me so bad that after watching the scary movie, waking up in the middle of the night would be horror. I'd have to wake my sister up for her to walk me to the bathroom. Or when I'd wake up in the dead of black of almighty night, I'd look directly into the darkness and imagine something horrifying that just scares me back into the covers. I'm dang near 19 and I still do that. If it's dark and I turn off a light in the other room, I fly to the nearest light source of the house, basically playing flag the light switch. Every time I turn off a light to go to bed, I either jump to the bed, not giving a dang if I miss it entirely, or play the floor is lava and step on objects just to get to it. Most of the time, I just look at the room fully in the light before I close my eyes, turn off the light, and just walk. If I bust my butt, I don't care. I'm getting into those covers in one way or another. This still affects me to where I bought a mini flashlight, but even if I got one, I still feel unsafe because I feel like I'm in a horror movie every time I go to use the bathroom. It's like the hallways be twice as big in the night. Is that just me? To add on to that, it's one of those dollar flashlights that blink at random. So if something pops in my face, you aren't gonna hear me scream. I ain't even gonna scream. I'm just gonna face death. It's even worse when I have to get up at 5 o'clock for school every day, so it's stone dark. But I can surpass that. Wow, the grievance list goes on and on. So yeah, there are multiple bugs, but I'll discuss this one in particular. So another problem with growing up through the fall was the season's bugs that showed up. I don't mean just outside, I mean the ones in your home. Sure, bugs show up naturally no matter what season, but this one, where to me seems to be the most annoying types of pest, needs to be explained. Let's say you're a young child outside, and you know you're a fall person, so you make a crazy big leaf pile with your friends. On three, you guys jump in. You guys throw around leaves and maybe even tear a few, find a bunch of fuzzy buds on some of the maple tree leaves, making stories. Then some may try to refix the pile. You get cozy with your buds, you chillin', then boom! Granddaddy Longlegs spotted. Everyone flies out of the pile, not having it. Now see, this was me. I wasn't the germ-hating person back then, so I always touched most of nature. This was the worst experience, and I'm not going back now. I get that Granddaddy Longlegs are not harmful, but come on, guys. I was like 9 to 10 years of age back then. How was I supposed to know? All I saw was spider. Spider equal danger. I feel like that's just me. Recently, there have been a similar problem, but this may or may not apply to you. If I told this story just a week ago, I was ready to shower, so I turned on the faucet, taking off my clothes. I opened the shower curtain, ready to unwind and relax, but I'm met with face-to-face with a big booty spider just looking at me in the tub. Fun fact, spiders don't come up the drain. That's just where they're found after entering your house. My first word of encouragement was either me or him. I wasn't going to grab a shoe because the water was running and I didn't bring one. Great. So, my second attempt was to use the faucet to wash the spider down the drain. It took some time, but it fought to go down. After it did, the shower was never the same. I kept looking around over and over. That was simple, Mr. Spider. That was simple. So when it's finally that time, me, my little brother Jay, big bro Gabriel, and his twin sister Gabby, who was now in college, would get ready and saddle up. Mom would either drive us to the party in our complex or take us trick-or-treating. Driving around the complex was a big deal. We had to do it, because it was that kind of complex, so full-size candy bars every night. When we get home, we separate what we could and couldn't eat, trade anything we didn't want for something we did want, eat some, go to bed, and binge eat the rest later on upcoming days. The day after Halloween, 50% off on candy, so we were going for that as well. Woot! And then you get sick of looking at candy. Then, sadly, the Halloween decorations, they come down. They all come down. And then Christmas lights go up. See, I don't know why some people in my neighborhood just being too religious. Some people in my neighborhood just start, decorate for Halloween and then turn around and put up Christmas decorations like as if my boy November don't exist. If it's still fall. You're doing so bad at timing. I get that Christmas is a good time of year, but ever heard of not ready? Too early, it's just not ready. Why does everyone forget or feel bummed that they have to pass November into December to where they have to remember that November has a holiday? Actually, a whole two! I mean, they're holidays, and again, it ain't gonna bite. Okay, let me end this video, because I... Alright, well that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you didn't get too upset. If you didn't get upset, be sure to boot that like button to show this channel you care. If you want to become a subscriber, be sure to click that subscribe button and become an icicle and or plasma today. Click the bell so that you get notified every time I upload for the channel. Today, anyways, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Icy Sue, melting out.
Are you afraid of the dark?